Hello everyone and welcome back to the final part of tonight's stream as Akane Kurashiki continues to explain to us the details of nature's harmonic 4-day time cube. Let's continue on.
A ridiculous story made up by a mad old woman. But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma? And what about you, Phi? I know you have too. Am I wrong? Tenmyoji should know what I'm talking about as well.
He helped me beat a game of Sudoku.
I believe you experienced something very similar nearly half a century ago. You sent your consciousness to the past to help save a little girl's life. It was a long time ago, but perhaps you still remember.
Yeah, of course I do. How could I forget? That little girl was you, Akane.
Now, unfortunately, my time is up. The final stage of the project will begin very soon. I need to go prepare. The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting. One last thing. The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead?
Well, we won't know until we open the box.
Sigma, Phi, you will decide its fate. Goodbye.
Wait! Akane, wait!
Oh, Tenmyoji. I can almost see you. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay. I will see you again one day. I promise. But I'm going to have to ask you to wait just a little longer.
Wait! Akane!
And now we've made it back to the warehouse. And Jumpy has finally found June, though it seems like he's been looking for her his whole life. Not sure why June and Santa had to drive off at the end of 999. Well, I mean, maybe they were going to face, going to get in some trouble for all those things they pulled to make that thing happen, but... It does seem to be a thing with June that she feels that the best solution to these problems she faces is to kidnap a bunch of people and make them play a weird game. That's just like the first solution that she just comes up with.
Thank goodness.
I mean, I guess it shouldn't be surprising that June was one of the masterminds behind this.
It will take some time for them to recover completely.
Because, I mean, who else would think about doing that,
But
really?
they should be fine.
I mean, there's Ace, but we might assume that Ace is dead by now.
Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
No need to thank us.
Oh yeah, Dio. He's still alive in this timeline. Alright, he seems comfortable.
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters. Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off. Thank you again for dealing with them. You are, quite literally, lifesavers. You have my eternal gratitude.
It is kind of weird to think about that we have the eternal gratitude of ourself. I guess we don't know that in this timeline. Well, this sounds like probably a much more civil AB game now that Dio's not here.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round fight.
Why?
You already have 9 BP. There's no reason for you to choose Betray now. You see? Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the AB game 3 more times. Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
Okay. I'll vote. You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Shall we open the doors?
Yeah, whoever's going up against Dio, feel free to betray him.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
I hope for once we don't need the entire time.
Oh, right. We have to wait for the deadline.
Oh,
Do we really?
well, we could vote earlier,
Yeah, there's no reason why not.
but then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
I guess that's true.
Okay. Let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
This system doesn't seem to be the best thought out. for a group of people who are all getting along.
Hold on. I just remembered something. The AB room on the left. In one of the other histories, she... Maybe because she wasn't murdered. Do you remember what Akane said?
She said a bunch of things, Fi.
The cat in the box.
Is that the thing we're remembering, Fi?
Is it alive? Or is it dead?
So is Akane the cat?
Sigma, Phi. You will decide its fate.
Alright, where's your box, Fi?
Exactly. Perhaps she was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet. The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now. No, we haven't opened the box. We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either. In other words, we haven't actually observed her. The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting.
Has she been hanging out in the box all this time? And yeah, that is a point. If she is still alive in this timeline, then how did Dio get the bracelet? I think we're on the final one here, Sigma. Unless there's a hidden timeline. Okay. Was there a hidden timeline? I'm gonna save this game. We're gonna look at this flowchart. VLR, did you add timelines to the flowchart? We did that. Oh, wait. VLR, are you making us go backwards in the timeline? VLR, we established the beginning of the game is the elevator. What is this nonsense about stuff happening before the elevator? Alright. Still have around 15 minutes to go in this stream. Let's jump to AB Game Past. We are still indeed in the elevator.
No. This is one of the AB rooms. Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Okay, so Fi has it together.
Check your bracelet. Mine's the same. No, not quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time. Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet. We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Alright, so what can we do with an additional hour in the AB room?
Yeah. Akane might still be alive. We got back before Dio killed her. I think. Right. We're here for one reason. Exactly. Don't need to tell me twice. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Nope. I guess we're doing the first puzzle room over again. I might assume it's going to be the same as it was the first time around, that we did this, like, around, like, 8 months ago? Something like that? We did this puzzle room in October. Oh, yeah, okay, we can just go straight to password? Alright. I guess we might as well put both of them in. There's nothing. There's nothing here because Sigma will take the gold file about an hour in the future from now. What? Alright, I've got the cracker found in Safe-Fi. Phi's very anxious to get out of here. Phi stealing Sigma's button-pushing privileges. But we found it. That one doesn't really count. Because we already had found it. Alright. Oh, hey. So I guess Phi was right to be in a rush. It seems like we're barely going to make this. I don't know, but running towards them seems like it would take more time than yelling. And you can do both of them at the same time. Oh, right, super jumping. We got a custom animation for that one, too. Phi connecting to with Dio with the missile dropkick to the back of Dio's head.
He's fine. Just unconscious. I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Yeah, that's wrestling commentary, too.
He had it coming.
So you came.
Hey, June.
I've been waiting for you. You're here to hear the rest, right?
We are.
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes. Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Canny.
I very much appreciate you saving me.
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes. Indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you. Because I had to. Think back. Why are you here?
I'm pretty sure someone in a gas mask kidnapped Sigma. I think that's why he's here.
If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered.
What a shame that would have been.
Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested. I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time.
What, being in a panic is not enough for time travel? I don't know about that, Akane.
The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot.
Ooh, new metaphor.
You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited.
So the mind is nothing at all like a slingshot.
When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one. From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like.
Wow. With my brain slingshot.
Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
We're infected with Radical 6?
I guess that explains that one scene.
Yes.
You don't have to sound so pleased about it.
Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course. Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy.
Slow the mind down to snap it forward or backwards.
Then we
Brain
provided
slingshot.
a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed.
Right, brain slingshot.
The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time. Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality. That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything. That is why we made you play the AB game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps. Yes. Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You are all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project. Ah. I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
And that's it for tonight's stream. So that's another 3 parts of VLR. We finished the final puzzle room. We made it through what appears to be Phi's timeline, except it's making us go back in time to before the original start of the game. Maybe we'll be jumping back to Phi's timeline at some point because it did not give us a game over or an ending. But I think this is the perfect place to stop the stream for right now, and we'll be back next week. Continuing on with more Virtue's Last Reward, continuing on with the finale of Bully Demise in WWE 2K14, and maybe all questions will be answered. Well, we did figure out something in Virtue's Last Reward. We found out about the brain slingshot, and that Akane is a proponent of Nature's Harmonic 4-day time cube. We'll be back next week. We'll just see how much we get through, and if any answers become apparent. We'll figure it out, Akane. No thanks to you. Have a good night, and have a good week.